We've been hard at work since June. We've started from the top down, so we've finished all of our ceilings. As you can see, the wood trim is complete, the paint is finished, the art lighting's in place, ready for the art lighting to come in. And then we've started working our way down. So right now we're flanking the entire corridor with the limestone columns. We've got the decorative wood trim already in behind it. And then here in the middle, we've actually kind of got an art wall system that's supposed to keep the artwork secure. There's locations to hang it with the plywood backing. And then there's also an acoustic property to it, so it'll help the acoustic value in the corridor when there's large groups of people, help keep it quiet, which is something that the Capitol has been lacking for quite some time. We're basically finished up with all of our work in the main mechanical room for the building. We've been working on this area for roughly 1 full year. We reconfigured the whole room to align with the new corridor. Here we've got our new condensing water pumps. This essentially serves the circulating water for the HVAC system for the entire building. And then you can see the new controllers and building automation so that maintenance of this building becomes easier, troubleshooting of problems becomes easier, and it becomes efficient for the entire facility. Anybody who knows the history of the building, roughly 80% of the floors in 1917 when the building was finished was made out of integral red concrete. And this is actually a mechanical epoxy floor. It's rated for heavy duty use. It's entirely waterproof, so if anything were to spill, it's been sloped, it's been sealed, so it'll go back to a drain naturally, and it's made to withstand a lot of heavy traffic and last for a very long time. So it's a real upgrade to the building, and just another way that we're making this building more functional for the maintenance team. As new electrical services are transferred in the building, they will be backed up by this emergency generator. The emergency generator is just that. It provides power to the emergency services in the building. It won't necessarily keep your office at a nice 75 degrees, and it won't run your computer and your lamp on your desk. But what it will do is provide emergency services such as the fire alarm system, security systems, the life safety system, so it'll allow lighting to be on for a safe path of egress. It'll also furnish power to all the major IT rooms. It systematically lowers elevators and makes sure that passengers don't get stuck on the elevators in the event of a major power outage. Here behind me you can see all the new main breakers and switchgear that are now serving at least portions of the building. Over the next few years we'll take old services off and land all new services into the switchgear in this room, but currently the old electrical room is still functioning until we have an opportunity to get around to every single tenant and make those power transfers. This area is a huge leap forward in technology and building management. On that wall we have the automatic transfer switch, which is the go-to for the generator. So 3 to 5 seconds after power goes down, those switches make the automatic transfer, and the building would barely notice a power outage on the critical systems. This is not your average breaker. It's actually controlled by a computer over in the corner. It reads out real-time information on amperage loads and what all the systems in the building are running. When there's a troubleshooting problem, you go to the computer screen first and it gives you the diagnosis right there in real time. Here we are at the Southwest elevator. As you can see, the rails that guide the cab are installed completely top to bottom, so that's finished up. Here in back we have the sling that runs the counterweight, so once they get the pulley in and the machine finished up top, they'll go ahead and stack the counterweights to be able to run the cab. We actually hoisted to the roof the pulley, the motor, and all the major components of the mechanical portions of the elevator. In about 2 weeks, they'll start coming in and setting the door jambs for the sliding doors. They'll work their way down, and then they will stop here at the first floor and actually build the cab. One of the things we are going to do that's a little atypical is we're going to leave the finishes out of this elevator, because the next step is going to the freight elevator, and we'll actually take that one offline to do the rehab on the Northwest elevator next. So this kind of becomes the de facto freight elevator. Alright, so here we are on the southwest roof level. During our last update in June, we were actually reinforcing the underside of this roof structure to accommodate the few thousand pounds of weight that we have in this equipment. There's actually this piece of equipment, which is a dedicated outside air unit. This actually serves the fresh air throughout the entire west wing of the building. And then behind me there's actually another condensing unit that helps to condition the rotunda in the future. Two major changes to the Capitol. One is the way that the fresh air is furnished. What this unit does is allow all the window louvers that were currently placed in the outside windows. We're able to take all those out and then serve the ductwork vertically. So we began here in the west wing through the house spaces. That was to accommodate the ductwork serving top to bottom. Now we've moved on, we're working in the north wing and we'll do the same thing there. It's the most efficient way to serve the fresh air to the building. Same goes for the condensing unit on the back side of this. So at least half of the air conditioning capacity will be commissioned and online. And then next summer we'll actually start working on the last two units that sit on the east side roofs to finish up the effort to condition the rotunda for the first time.